Hello everyone, it's me again. It's Ivy, your physical therapist, your doctor of physical therapy. My channel is all about health and wellness, nature, investing, and plans for mental health. Subscribe, like, and share. Thank you for watching. Have a blessed day. Hello everyone. Let's try to learn today about compound interest. What is a compound interest? What's a compound interest? So let's find a definition that's easy to understand. So let's try this from the investopedia.com. So investopedia.com defined compound interest is an interest on a loan or deposit calculated based on both the initial principal and the accumulated interest from previous periods. So compound interest is a interest calculated on initial principal, which also includes all the accumulated interest from previous periods on a deposit or on a loan. How do we calculate a compound interest? A compound interest is calculated by multiplying the initial principal amount by 1 plus the annual interest rate raised to the number of compound periods minus 1. Look at this graph right here. So in this graph, it says a compound interest is an interest that is calculated on the initial principal, which also takes into account all of the accumulated interest of previous periods of a deposit or a loan. So over here, I'll try to see the power of compound interest versus savings account. Alright, so I found this very useful website. It's called investor.gov. They have the best compound interest calculator and savings calculator. So let's see the difference between compound interest and savings account. Let's see which one is better for your money to grow harder for you. All right, so let's do first the compound interest calculator. Alright, so say you're 30-year-old and you have $1,000 to initially invest. So you put in $1,000 as your initial investment, and then you would like to put $100 every month towards your investment account, and you would like to do this for 30 years. And let's say the estimated interest rate for the length of time you are investing would be 6%. And then there is an interest rate variance range. What is an interest rate variance range? It is the range of interest above and below the rate set that you desire to see results for. Like say, for example, your median is 6% and you would like the highest interest that you might get for the period of 30 years. Let's just say, for example, 10. Oh no, let's say 20. Let's make it really hard. 20% interest rate, and then the lowest that you might have is like a 4 or a 5. So then I would say our variance rate would be 16%. Let's just try that, okay? And then you compound frequency, the compound frequency of your investment, let's say annually. Let's see how much your money will grow annually. All right, so let's try to calculate this and see the result. All right, boom, look at this. This is the result. In 30 years, you will have $1,613,000.31. So this is the amount of money that your initial investment of $1,000 at the age of 30, and then you keep saving every month, and you keep putting money every month towards your investment, $100, with an interest rate of 6%, and then by the time that you're 60-year-old, you have this amount of money, $1 million. All right, if you want to see the table how your money grows, so look at that, the middle one, this is your future value. So from the $1,000 at the year 30, your $1,000 becomes $1,613.31. So that's a lot of money, right? Okay, now we are gonna try to compare this compound interest calculator towards our savings goal calculator. So let's make it the same. We want to save $1 million in 30 years for a 30-year-old individual. Okay, let's go over to the savings calculator. So once again, we want to try to have $1 million here. So 1, 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay, $1 million. And then the same thing, we have $1,000 as an initial investment, and we want to be investing for 30 years. We're 30-year-old now, and we want to do continue investing for another 30 years. And I don't know if I can use 6%, but I want to try to compare it to the other one, which is 6% that we use for the compound interest. Let's just use 6%. If there's any bank at all, or any online bank or any credit union that will give us 6%, I don't think there is at this time, but let's just assume there will be. Let's calculate. Alright, now in order for us to get $1 million in 30 years from the initial investment of $1,000 that we had with a 6% interest in our savings account, we have to put money $1,048.02 every month in order to reach $1 million. $1,000 is a lot of money compared to $100 a month that we did when we were doing the compound interest via doing investing instead of doing savings. Alright, now this is for the rate of 6%. Now let's try to recalculate, because right now I don't think there's any 6% for savings account, not even in money market account. Or maybe CDs have, but let's say for example you have 2%. So let's see how much money we have to put in every month in order to reach $1 million in 30 years. Alright, look at this, guys. You have to contribute $2,050.44 every month over the next 30 years in order for you to reach your goal to get $1 million with a 2% interest rate in your savings account. So the numbers are really showing which one is better. And it is showing us that compound interest, by doing investing, your money will really work better for you than when you put your money in a savings account. Now I know that most people are afraid to do the investing because they are scared, because the stock market goes up and down. In comparison to savings, where you just put your money there, your money is safe in your savings account, but it's not growing. So it's your choice, it's your life. You choose which one is best for you and which one you feel you're not scared or you're comfortable doing. Either way, you have the option. If you want savings account, you gotta have to save almost $2,000 or $2,000 if you want to reach $1 million in 30 years, when you're 30-year-old right now at 60-year-old. And when you do it in the compound interest or through investing with a 6% rate of return or interest rate, with initial investment of $1,000 and $100 every month, by the age of 60, when you started doing this at the age of 30, you will have $1 million. So that is compound interest. Once again, compound interest is better than savings. I hope you're getting something from this video. I'm just wanting to show you guys the power of compound interest. Most people say that compound interest is the eighth wonder of the world. And you see why it's the eighth wonder of the world, because just putting those small amount of money and it grows harder for you, it grows for you. So in investing, time is really at your side. If you start early, your money will grow and work harder for you. If you start later, it will grow, but you have to put in more money in order to reach the same amount of money when you started at an earlier age. But anyhow, it is better to do it than to never do it. Thank you for listening and thank you for watching. If you like this video, you subscribe, you like, you share, for people to know the power of compound interest. Thank you, and you have a blessed day.